Hello folks, what's going on? Hope you guys are doing good. I'm doing pretty good myself. And back at it with some more Mini GT. So, I've got this thing right here. This is the chase version. Of course, we're looking at the Lamborghini Huracan STO, a dusty STO. And this thing's pretty cool. I definitely do dig this color. This is the second release of this casting. We did see one in white. But yeah, this is Mini GT number 779. Again, the Lamborghini Huracan STO. This one is Verde Gea matte. So kind of cool. It's kind of like a metallic forest green type color. So yeah, licensed by Lamborghini, of course. Got the TSM sticker there, and there's your information. This is a left-hand drive version. I don't know. I assume that these come in right-hand drive. I would assume so. Mini GT makes most models in left-hand and right-hand drive. Occasionally they'll do one that's only left-hand or only right-hand, but for the most part, you can find variants of all of them in the different configurations, which I know there's some crazy people out there that do collect the steering wheel variations, but to me, it's literally just the black piece of plastic that's inside the car, so it doesn't really matter that much. So yeah, we'll just jump right into it. Not the most exciting color of this, in my opinion. There is a blue one coming out at some point that I think is really nice, and I think there's an orange one on pre-order as well, and that one's pretty good as well. But this was kind of like the presentation color for this model, and it is pretty nice. It's definitely an interesting car, but let's go ahead and take a closer look at it. So here it is right here. Very nice metallic paint. I actually do kind of like that. That is pretty nice. It's kind of like a matte metal flake. Not any type of clear coat over the top of it. Ooh, we've got something nasty going on the hood right there. You see those little two dots? Looks like they kind of wiped off. Must have been some grease or something. Not exactly sure on that one, but yeah, pretty nice looking car. I do like the Huracan STO. I think it's kind of neat when these high-end like supercar companies, well, maybe not high-end supercars, not the right word, but these companies take their like high-end sports cars or supercars and they turn them into rally off-road machines like this Sterrato, and then Porsche did it with their Dakar, and I'm sure there's some other companies that will follow suit. Maybe we'll see some sort of rally version of a Ferrari or a McLaren or something like that, but I do think they're pretty cool. And this Huracan casting is actually pretty nice too. The wheels on it are done in gunmetal gray, which looks pretty nice. You can see the metal flake in the spokes and the paint and whatnot. You do have a Lamborghini badge in the center right there. Not perfectly centered on this wheel, but I think that is just fine. At least the detail is in there. And then you've got your 5 lug nuts. The back wheels will be the same. So wheels look pretty good. Of course, this is a Mini GT, so no brake details, which, you know, it is what it is. But the tire printing looks pretty good. It's not like super. A lot of companies have a hard time doing tire tread and make them look like off-road tires. Mini GT does a pretty good job with that here. However, I feel like on a car like this, it would have been okay to see a little bit more tread on the outer lip of the tire right there, but I think it's pretty accurate. The back wheels are a little bit thicker than the front wheels in true supercar fashion. And aside from that, you've got a bunch of black trim pieces. So you've got one going over the front wheels. Looks pretty nice. You can see the rivet marks going across right there. A little bit of a silver turn signal or reflector right there as well. And then again on the back, you've got the fender back here, also done in black. And to my knowledge, none of these fender flares or any of this trim down here is done in carbon fiber. I don't think there's much exposed carbon fiber at all on these Sterratos. I could be wrong. There could be a little bit of carbon fiber back here on this engine hatch or maybe on the rear end of the car in between like the vents and stuff. But at first I was kind of like, when we first saw this casting, I was a little disappointed there wasn't much carbon fiber, but I think it's probably accurate. I haven't taken a super close look at the real version of the car, but I do think it looks pretty good. Rubber mirrors on this as well, done in black plastic. They are not painted. You've got really nice Sterrato lettering on the side of the door right there. Nice cursive, looks very clean. Got a little bit of an imperfection right there. You see that little dot? That's not supposed to be there. It's a little piece of the green paint, I think. But yeah, these skirts down here look really nice. you guys informed me on the Dakar video that those silver metal plates that were kind of like on the bottom and the sides were skid plates. So now I know what they're called on this Huracan. So you've got a skid plate right here and over on this side, and then you've also got a skid plate back here, and I would imagine this is also a skid plate up here. Kind of might act as a rear diffuser and like a front diffuser a little bit, but I believe those are indeed skid plates. And while we're on the bottom, all Mini GTs, of course, do have metal base. And the reason I'm kind of going over some of the simple stuff you guys might be wondering is because we do have a lot of new people in the hobby that are watching the videos. So I want to make sure we're kind of going over stuff that the beginners would maybe like to know too, because I do get a lot of questions about that kind of stuff. But yeah, the base is all metal. They are held on by a screw. So on this one, you only see one screw. So I'd imagine you take that off and then it kind of, it's probably held on to the back with kind of like, not a clip, but kind of like a pin mechanism. So one screw on this one. It does tell you that it is a 2024 Lamborghini Sterrato used under license. I've been asking for a long time, and it seems like Mini GT is finally starting to do this on every new model they're releasing. So super excited to see this printing on the bottom. But other than that, just a flat plate on the bottom, which is indeed accurate to the real car. Most of these supercars just have flat plates on the bottom. This thing does roll very well. Tires spin very freely. We'll do a quick roll test for you right here on the desk mat. Rolls very smooth, very nicely. This might be one of my best rolling Mini GTs ever, actually. That thing rolls like a dream. No bumps, nice and smooth. Know a lot of you guys like rolling your cars around, so I've been trying to get better at roll testing everything we do. But to keep going down, you do have some vents right here. It does tell you that it is the LP, I can't remember the number for the Huracan, LP 6 something, I believe. 610? Yeah, it would be the LP 610, because I think the LP stands for Lamborghini, I can't remember what the P stands for, Performante, something like that. And then the number usually denotes, I think, what the displacement of the motor is and how many cylinders it is. So I believe the Huracans are all 610s, so it's a 6-liter V10, I believe. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but that is what that will say down there. It is very hard to read. You can kind of make out the LP in the front, but yeah, very hard to see, but it is cool that it's there. A little bit of silver printing surrounding it, so that is cool. The vent down here does look really good, though. The side right here, you do have some venting. I would imagine that goes back into the engine bay right in here. Very small, probably another vent right up here behind that back glass. But yeah, interior is going to be black, and yeah, just a really nice side profile for this one. The front end right here, you do have these little fog lights down here. They are just done with some silver paint. I really wish Mini GT would have printed some LED details inside those. Just like some little silver dots in there would have been really nice. But, or just do this silver and then put some little black dots in there, even if it's just like 2 rows of 4, or like 2 rows of 5, that would have looked really nice. But I mean, they do still look pretty good. They are molded in plastic, pretty nicely detailed. You got the Lamborghini badge right smack there in the middle, in between those. A little bit of black accenting as well. Headlights look really good. This is our standard Huracan headlight that we've seen on every single Lamborghini Huracan that Mini GT has done. Really clear acrylic. The detail down in there is really nice with the white lines, so that is awesome. You've got the 63 on the hood right there. Then you've got some more black and white trim. Well, not trim, but like black and white design on the hood right there. So looks really cool. The roof is going to have this white striping carry on, and then it kind of ends out right here at the back end of the roof. You do have like some luggage racks on the top right here done in plastic, and the roof is just kind of like a matte black. Looks pretty good. And then you come back here, the engine hatch, it does have this little air scoop right up at the top. Again, not done in carbon fiber or anything, but it is nicely detailed. And then you got your louvered back panel, which actually does look like it has some space in between each of these little vents. So that is pretty nice. And then you can see part of the engine cover right there. And it does say V10. So pretty cool. On the back end right here, again, taillights, standard taillights for the Huracan. These haven't really ever changed with Mini GT because they didn't really need to change. But you do have these silver Lamborghini lettering in the center right there. Actually, it might be white. No, it looks like silver. But you have a little bit of a spoiler right there. I'm not sure if this thing has active aero. I don't know if this spoiler comes up. It looks like it might. Well, not on this diecast version. I'm just meaning on the real car. But 2 black exhaust tips right there, and then you've got a bunch of mesh details for the back grills. Again, this skid plate / rear diffuser on the back looks really good. It looks like I actually have a little bit of an imperfection with the actual casting itself. So if you look at this body colored panel right here, that kind of, let me get my pointer. This is not a job for the fingers. So this panel right here that goes along right beneath this tail light, you can see it's just supposed to be nice and smooth across there. On this side, it looks pretty bad. It looks like somebody took a bite out of it. So it's very jagged going back and forth across there. I'm not sure if that's like, I know there's like, I think the term is like zinc rot. When they use zinc in the metal, sometimes it can kind of decay. Or if maybe this got dropped before it was painted, or I don't know, something happened. Maybe, I don't know exactly how they cast these. I don't know if they're, I have no clue how they cast these metal bodies for these cars, but a little bit of an imperfection right there, so that is kind of sad. But it has been a while since we've gotten some booster quality, so I'm not too upset. Other than that, this thing actually looks pretty good, and I like it a lot. Super clean. The paint is actually a lot nicer than I was expecting. Even though I do have the chase and the blister right there, I hadn't really taken a close look at it, but I really do like it. Definitely a good one. I think I like it more than the white one that they released first. But yeah, let me get this chase cracked open and we'll take a look at that too. All right, now that that is cut open, we can go ahead and remove. The card artwork on this does look decent. It's not my favorite artwork. It's very, the background colors really blend in with like the paint and everything, and it really does not do the card justice on the artwork, so definitely not the best. Again, number 779 in the Miho blisters. This one is a limited to 1 of 7,200. Take that number, divide it by 24. That's how many chases there are. I guess I just don't really know how to do math today. Maybe like 100 and, no, it'd be more than 100. What is 24 times 3? That would be 72. Yeah, okay. So there's 300 chases for this. So you divide that by 24, you get 300, I think. And yeah, 300 chases for this STO, and this is one of those 300. We'll just get this plastic out of here. This is a really basic chase, so we're not really going to spend much time on it. Box is going to be exactly the same, except on the SKU back here, instead of just saying MJ, it'll say MJC. So that is the difference right there. The C stands for Chase, but you have all your licensing, all that good stuff back here. Nothing different. The only thing different about this model is the wheels are a different color. So, just like they did with the white one, they changed the wheels from gunmetal gray to this kind of like metallic bronze color. That is the only difference with this. No difference on the interior, no difference on the base. It is literally just the wheels. However, they did get this panel right back here. So this one, I'm not seeing any quality control issues with, which is nice since it is a chase. But yeah, I do think that the bronze wheels look good on this color, but I think I definitely prefer the gunmetal wheels on it more. You guys can decide. Let me know in the comments. Chase or regular? I'm on team regular with this one. Still, of course, like to have the chase, but yeah, I think those gunmetal gray wheels definitely look better on this one. But you guys will have to let me know what you think down below, of course. Appreciate you guys watching. It's crazy how fast we've been growing. This is kind of just the point of the video where I ramble for a minute, but there is a Sparky version of this car in this color. If any of you guys are still watching and care, let me know in the comments below. Are you guys interested in seeing the Mini GT compared with the Sparky? I don't really collect Sparky. In fact, I don't think I have a Sparky in my collection. There are a few that I want to get, but they're more like older Porsche race cars. I wasn't really keen on their Sterrato. It looked a little off to me. But if that's something that you guys are interested in seeing, definitely let me know down in the comments below. I think it's just Mini GT and Sparky that have made this car so far. So yeah, you guys will have to let me know. And yeah, in the meantime, hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll catch you in the next video.